You like this type of is what needs to be scrutinized. This part right here is the issue with all of this. And this is the problem with the left. They're perpetual victims. This is finna be red pillers. I just want y'all to know what I'm finna say is sound red pillars. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're in here. We finna have fun tonight. Next on the docket, apparently, for those that don't know, there's these young group of white men, Gen Z, that are kind of making the rounds on TikTok. Jubilee, they started to move to YouTube once TikTok was finna get canceled in America. They just go around debating MAGA, and they're basically all liberal young white men. Harry Sisson, Dean, Withers, Parker, Chris. They it's like little young liberal Avengers, and they just debate people on the right all the time, and they generally do well for the most part. And now apparently there's a scandal with one of them, Harry Sisson, where he's been talking to multiple girls, and now the internet, well, I'm not going to say the internet. It looks like they're mostly getting support from people saying this is stupid. And at most, he just engaged in some shitty behavior. It's like, come on, bro. Like, just don't do it. It's just like, all right, just stop. You know, it's just not necessary. It's not necessary. You can honestly get away with what you're doing. Just don't act like you're not doing it. It's like, whatever. Just don't pretend. And that's all it really is. It's nothing predatory. It's nothing evil. It's nothing highly immoral. I mean, it was wrong, but... And now apparently 11 women saying he was talking to them, and he said he was only talking to them, and he really wasn't. Keep in mind, he's never claimed to be any of their boyfriend to any of them. He's never been said, you're my girlfriend and you're the only one. And to be fair, from what I've seen, it looked like he didn't even have sex with most, if not any of them. It don't look like he has sex with any of them. So if that's just like not enough, let's see what this is. I think this is the main girl that has something to say about what he did.
I got played by a TikTok influencer for 9 months, and I think it's time that I expose his
Who gives a fuck? Bro, but the reason I want to cover this is because I cover politics a little bit. And my issue is that this is what's one of the big problems of the left. This air of perfection they want people to have. They want people to be perfect. They want people to be infallible. And then as soon as somebody fucks up, it's like, you need to be canceled. How dare you? And it's, yes, bro, this is college and high school shit. Like, this is some high school shit. Like, he ain't even fucking these girls. And it's just like, oh my God, you told me I was the only girl. I sent you stuff on Snapchat. Like, get the fuck on.
We started talking in May of last year, right before my birthday, and he wooed me. He was very kind. I felt really excited and thankful that I found somebody who, at the time, I thought respected me for more than my physical appearance. And yeah, I literally could have never imagined or even fathomed what was gonna end up happening after talking for 9 months. I'm really embarrassed to admit this, but I created a private story on Snapchat for just him and named it For Your Eyes Only, and he loved it. He loved the attention that I was giving him and the fact that
obviously,
he knew that I wasn't entertaining anybody else the way I was entertaining him. Within the first 2 to 3 months, he had told me on 2 separate occasions that I was wife material and that he was, quote unquote, sold on my wifey application.
Exactly, bro, and that's the thing. Like, whether I was smashing or not, if you're single, you're more than likely you're talking to more than one person. If you're like adamant about being single, if you're not trying to date, you're gonna talk to multiple people. Like, I don't get what this fucking big hoopla is. These girls are really on here acting like victims that were preyed on. That's how they're acting. It's fucking stupid.
He's frequently saving my snap.
Mind you, and to my understanding, some of these girls are older than him.
And just make me feel good about myself, call me beautiful and gorgeous. So it's like, how could I not read into that?
Calling you beautiful and gorgeous. Like, have you ever dated a guy called me beautiful and gorgeous? Like, how could I not like him? What the fuck?
6 months into talking, he suddenly is like, I'm not looking for any commitment, and I'm not
Suddenly?
in a place to find anything long term.
How was this sudden after 6 months? Was he, well, you didn't even say he was telling you like, I'm looking for something serious. You say suddenly 6 months in, he's like, I'm not. Maybe y'all was talking for so long, he wanted to let you know like, I'm not looking for nothing serious.
Right now, I'm just really busy, blah, blah, blah. And like, I was understanding. I was fine keeping things casual. However, I couldn't help but feel that he led me on. And he even admitted to that. He's like, yeah, that's on me for like not making my intentions clear. Okay.
So he was honest with you. You just didn't like the timing of it. Like,
He tells me a couple more times after that he doesn't want commitment. And then next thing I know, he's posting a soft launch thirst trap of him and his new girlfriend 2 weeks ago.
so you didn't get chosen, now you mad. Hey, yo. Nicole, that proves your point. She mid, so she ain't get chose, so she's mad. She say they was talking for 6 months. The man say, you know what? I'm not looking for something serious, which is code for I kind of like this other girl, but if that don't work, I can't. This is what happened. He met another girl that he really do like and want to take serious. But if it don't go the way he wants it to, he needs to let her know that I don't want to be with you, but I need to keep you around in case it don't work with this other girl that I really do want to be with. Because she just said, after 6 months, he said he wouldn't be serious. Next thing you know, a few months later, he posted a thirst trap with a girlfriend. Girl, you didn't get chose. That's all it is. It's happened to all of us. It happens to niggas too. I done got played like that before too. It happens. I've done it. And I look back and I'm like, that was some shitty ass shit to do. But it's happened to me too. I've been talking to girls and they like, oh, I don't do this, you know, I'm serious, I like you, but my heart just got broke. They say, you know, they with another nigga. And I just was looking like the shit face. Yes, that's just what it is. It happens. It fucking happens. And I was younger, so when I got older, I was able to deal with it. That shit happened to me in high school. Like, so if it happened to me in college, I definitely was like, shit happens, man. Y'all out of college age. These people is 23 to 25 and shit.
Actually, prior to this, I had found out that he fucked around with somebody else by him going live on TikTok and showing hickeys on his neck. That's how I literally found out that he was fucking around. And so I confronted him about it, right? Like any normal person would do. And he got all defensive and started like gaslighting me. Basically saying that I was like overreacting and all this stuff. And I was like,
wait, what made her overreact?
And he got all defensive and started like gaslighting me. Basically saying that I was like overreacting and all this stuff. And I was like, you're kidding me, right? Keep in mind, he was well aware of the fact that I was very depressed following a very traumatic car accident that I had been in. And
you see what I'm saying? Like all this victimhood shit. Like I was depressed because of a car accident. Girl, if you can't talk to nobody then because you got in a car accident, then don't talk to nobody. Because if you're banking on somebody to be like treating you like the fucking Prince Charming because you got in a car accident, get the fuck on. Like that's not even realistic. Ain't nobody finna be like, she got in a car accident, I can't make sure I can't ever do anything wrong because she got in a car accident. Everybody else got their own shit going on in their life, shorty. I'm sorry you got in a car accident, but to act like that got something to do with him, get the fuck out of here.
And
yes, there's a bunch of girls he's been doing this to, I guess, but he never claimed that any of them were his girlfriends. He was just talking to them on Snapchat and shit. And they were never exclusive, and he's never said they were exclusive. And now it's like, this guy did this to me.
he still took advantage of my sadness.
He took advantage of my sadness. Oh my God. So everything he did was taking advantage of the fact that you got in a car accident. It wasn't like, if that didn't happen to you, it wouldn't have happened. You think if you didn't get in a car accident and was depressed, he wouldn't have done this? Come on, bro.
But we were mutuals on TikTok, mutuals on Instagram. I was his only friend on Facebook, and I have receipts of this, of course. But
sounds like she didn't even have this man's phone number. She just said Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. in Snapchat. Or maybe she said Instagram, Snapchat. You ain't got his fucking phone number? You weren't that close, shorty. You want nobody?
He's trying to remove me from everything. He demanded.
He removed you because you started spazzing on him when he said he ain't want to be serious with you because he knew he had another girl coming. Shorty, it happens. You are 20-something years old. You will be okay, shorty. Like, stop. You weren't his girlfriend, so what the fuck?
That I unsaved everything on Snapchat because he had a new girlfriend, and it was like out of respect for her. Bro.
I mean, some niggas won't even say nothing. They'll keep your shit. And he got rid of your ass because he had a girlfriend, and he said, out of respect, I need to separate myself from you. Some people wouldn't even go that far. They'll just be like, I got a girlfriend, but I'm still finna look at your pictures, shit, like whatever. He was separating himself from you because he got a girl. That's respectful. Sorry, you did not get chose, shorty. Like, it's just, it happens. It fucking happens.
You don't know the first thing about respecting women. Jump to last night, I find out that he was leading somebody else on at the same time he was leading me on.
And he cut all y'all off.
My world was shook. I DM'd her because I saw a comment she left on his backup account, I guess is what you could call it. And she was like, oh my God, I think we went through the same thing. And I was like, no freaking way, girl, spill. And so, long story short, we talked literally probably 6-7 hours last night, exposing everything. Early on in the conversation, she tells me that he had told her in December that he had no roster. What the fuck do you call me? You're talking to me for 7 months at that point, and you're gonna say that you have no roster. I see. She shared.
So I'm guessing he broke it off with this girl in December. And I'm guessing recently he came out with a girlfriend. December, January, February. That's 3 months. We finna be in April, so like almost 4 months. And 4 months later, he has a girlfriend, and you're upset that you didn't get chose when it sounds like he was easing up off of you since since December. Shorty, bye.
Screenshots of their conversations. I shared screenshots of ours, and we basically came to the conclusion that he is a despicable, disgusting fuckboy. He sits here on his
Oh, he's a fuckboy.
2 million followers and preaches respect for women and believing women, blah, 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 blah. And then
What does that do with believing women?
he disrespected us so grossly.
Like, does wanting people to do right by women mean you got to be perfect? Like, again, this isn't to say his behavior is okay. It's not like, yay, Harry. But it's like, this is not the end of the world. He's like, he likes women. He was single. He was talking to women. He lied about talking to more than one, but he wasn't committed to any of you. He got committed and broke it off. So, come on. Like, it ain't perfect behavior, but Jesus Christ. Like, get the fuck over it.
Asked for extremely intimate images.
Did you send them?
Made us both think that we were the only one he was talking to. And then he started dating somebody else. So we have no idea how long she was in the picture.
But you sent the pictures and you weren't in a committed relationship with him. Like, no matter how intimate, I don't care if you bust every hole open and took a picture from the inside out. Like, you can't, you sent it. Like, it don't matter how close, how many other girls' pictures he got. You knew you weren't in a committed relationship with him, so there should not have been an expectation that he ain't getting these pictures from anybody. If he talked to every girl and he asked for pictures and they consent to sending it to him, I don't care if his phone full of news of 700 women. They sent it. He asked for it. They sent it. What the fuck?
This is just a very broad outline of the story, and I'm more than happy to do a follow-up with receipts and more details, but I literally could not sit on this information for any longer, and I had to just
Exactly, Nicole. It's like,
I quite literally
you should be upset with your fucking self. Like, he didn't steal the pictures out of your phone. What the fuck? You weren't with him and you sent him the pictures. Why does it matter what other girls is sending him pictures? It don't matter.
In the flames at this point because I'm so angry. But yeah, he's wishing everyone a happy International Women's Day after telling people on live earlier that I'm insane. So, yeah, you're clocked, buddy.
You're clocked. Girl. Okay.
Your wish is my command.
This the full story?
Your wish is my command. I had been following this political influencer for a couple months prior to me DMing him, basically just offering my support and telling him that I was proud of what he was doing and that I was learning a lot from him. A little bit after that, I shared with him that I was a survivor of SA, and if he ever needed a victim's perspective during one of his TikTok live debates, I would be willing to.
I can't sit on this information anymore. Like, bro, this is literally peak jealousy. Because if he chose her, she wouldn't be doing this. It would be like, I got my man. Like, you wouldn't care about the other girls he put to the side. Like, come the fuck on.
Share my story.
If you were chosen, he put them all to the side. You just one of them. And now it's like ruined his career.
He was really nice about it, was supportive, thanked me for sharing with him, and also for my willingness to speak on it if he ever needed somebody to. After talking just like a couple more times in Instagram DMs, I was like, hey, like,
again, notice they never got phone numbers and they just like so distraught over the relationship that ended through Snapchat. Like, they lived in different states. Come on, bro.
Snapchat if you want to, and he did. So that was in May, like right before my birthday. Pretty quickly into us Snapchatting, he started saving snaps where I just like looked pretty, I guess, and if you know, you know, like that's a compliment. It wasn't anything inappropriate. It was just very flattering because I looked good, and he was kind of telling me that by wanting to keep those pictures of me in our chat. Shortly then after that, it became more of like an inappropriate infatuation with me, and he kind of hinted at.
What is an inappropriate infatuation if y'all was talking? What does that even mean? Inappropriate infatuation?
That by saying something along the lines of, I had some like interesting or sexy pictures of me on my Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay. Granted, this was highly unexpected because I was like, you don't act this way at all on TikTok. I honestly didn't expect to like.
How do you act? Like, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean you don't act this way on TikTok? I don't know what that means. I guess like you to see how Barack Obama is. I'm not saying Harry's Barack, but I guess if he like role played with Michelle and they like to be like superhero villains in the bed and shit, you'd be like, you don't act like that on social media. It's kind of like, I mean, you know, it's like, yeah, you don't know, but it's like, is it wrong that he just likes nudes? Like, he's a straight guy, like, he likes nudes. I don't get what the big contradiction is to where he acts on social media. His presence online isn't about like what his sex life and dating life is. He's a liberal that advocates for policies that are left leaning. Like, I don't understand what this you don't act like this thing is. It just don't make sense. My wife sees sides of me that the internet will never see. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, when you're intimate with somebody, like you're not gonna, what they put on the internet is a version of who is still them, but who they are intimate with is a version of still them, but the internet don't have to see it. Like they're still really who you are, but you know, he's not on his face contradicting who he is on the internet. He doesn't really talk about what he does with women on the internet. It's about policy, which he can still advocate for, and like nudes. Like, it's just stupid.
Start talking because of my original DM, but obviously I was excited too because I had a lot of respect for him. I thought he was like this champion for women, supported our rights, berated people who disrespected women, and just all that stuff that, you know, makes a woman feel safe, right? Not long after we started snapping, I made some joke about probably having a bunch of competition, and he then told me that I had no competition and said that he was content.
And that's the worst of his criticism. Like, he lied about talking to other girls, but he was still not. He was single with them. He was single the whole time. None of these girls was claimed. Like, that's literally the worst of this from the information I have now. God, I hate my nose sound like this. I'm sorry, y'all, but from the information we have now, he just lied about not talking to other girls when he was. And that's the worst.
Implying that he was content with just me. At another point, he told me that my opinion was the only one that mattered. So of course I like ate that stuff right up. Like, I was so excited and just like completely shocked, and obviously like way too trusting. So time's passing, he's still saving a bunch of my snaps. I start saving snaps that he's sending as replies, because one, they made me feel good, and two, now I'm glad I have them as receipts because he's calling me insane online.
Wait, you can still be insane. Just because y'all was saving each other's snaps, that doesn't make you not insane for trying to ruin his career because you wasn't chose.
September came around, I told him that the anniversary of my essay was coming up, and so he was well aware of this.
Y'all, Gen Z is a different breed. Like, the anniversary of my essay, I understand, like, that shit could be traumatic, like on an annual basis, thinking about the date. But I don't know. The anniversary of my essay just sounds like some victim Olympic shit. I don't know.
And then on the night of September 15th, before he went live to debate on TikTok, he messaged me just wanting to check in, seeing how I was doing. And to me, that spoke volumes. I was like, that's really sweet of you. Thank you for checking in. And then after he was done debating, he tried to FaceTime me, but unfortunately, I had already fallen asleep. Anyway, he attempted to call me.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't answer. He messaged me and told me to answer. And since I was sleeping, I didn't see it till the next morning. But when I saw that I had a missed call, again, I was like, how sweet is this?
Yeah, Brickashaw, I did
really
that
took
first.
The time out to want to check in with me on the night he knew was going to be very difficult for me to sleep. I think that kind of says a lot about how he felt about me. I don't know. Of course, I was holding on to this for a while
put it on our
because I really just thought he went above and beyond. And I really just thought he was like this amazing person.
It's like, it's not funny. It just seems like they revel in being victims. And I'm not saying that you weren't a victim, but just like the anniversary of my essay was coming up, it just sounds like you're celebrating this, you know what I'm saying? It just sounds like you're celebrating it. And that's just strange to me. I don't know.
Who saw me as more than my body. But not too long after that,
chill the fuck out.
It all became even more intensely inappropriate, and just like the things that he was requesting from me, that kind of took me by surprise. But yeah, I kind of just like put up with it because I was like, well, he respects me, right? He respects me for more than the physical attraction. From like late October.
And he can still respect you and not choose you. Like come, what? Like, this is what's funny. If you got chose, you wouldn't be doing all of this. I bet you the girlfriend is like, he picked me, shit. Like, I bet you. He dropped all of y'all for her. She probably feel even better. She knows she got a good one because y'all pressed.
Onward, he started to pull back just a little bit, and I let it go for a while without saying anything. But then late November, I was like, look, you like rarely snap me anymore. If you don't want to talk, like just communicate that with me. And he said that wasn't the case. And then I had told him,
right, him pulling back don't mean he don't want to talk. It just means he got to stay in the right space, the perfect space, to where I can't let you go completely because I don't know what's going to happen in the future with this girl I like. But I can't talk to you as normal as I did because I do have to invest more time into the girl that I do want to be with. Oh, God, Nicole. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Stop. Oh, stop.
Him that if he was talking to any other women the way he was talking to me, then he needed to unsave my snaps because like I'm not that bitch. And he said that he wasn't talking to other women like that. He wasn't hooking up with anybody because he quote unquote never does that. And I believed him. I literally believed everything he said all the time. And that was very naive of me, I admit. From that conversation, I thought there was this understanding that if he was going to be fucking around or flirting with anybody else, asking for pics from them, he needed to delete mine. Unfortunately, it took me a couple more months to figure out that he wasn't respecting that request whatsoever.
Talk about laugh,
February comes around and he shows up on TikTok live with hickeys on his neck. So I was like, obviously there's someone else and you're being dishonest with me. Of course.
Keep in mind, these two never hooked up in person. Just, she's the hickeys and shit. They've never done anything in person.
I had to address this because I was hurt and I had every right to be. Not long after that, he discloses that he's seeing her. And I was like, oh, see, I thought you didn't want commitment, but that's my bad. The next weekend, he posts a thirst trap on TikTok with her, and I was like, all right, got it. In that comment section.
So the picture got posted after you was already informed that he was in a relationship. and then you lose it? Then you fucking lose it because he put her out there? Oh, my God.
I saw another woman say something regarding the fact that they had been talking a month prior. And I was like, wait a second, I need to know if this is legit. So I DM'd her. It took all of like...
You DM the girlfriend?
They had been talking.
You don't own this nigga. Are you kidding me, bro?
Woman say something regarding the fact that they had been talking a month prior. And I was like, wait a second, I need to know if this is legit. So I DM'd her. It took all of like 1 minute for her to realize that we literally got played by the same guy. And I can't even tell you.
Oh, maybe that's not the girlfriend.
That went through my body that entire night. A couple days later, boom, I get a DM from another woman saying that she and her friend went through something very similar as well. And I was like, holy shit.
It's super cringe.
I'm learning so much. Fast forward 1 more week, and here I am sitting here with knowledge of at least 6 other women who were played by the same guy in the same time period. I'm just disgusted, bro. I have genuinely never been more wrong about somebody in my entire life. For 9 months, I thought that he was this amazing person. I respected him. I thought he respected me. I thought that the person he showed online was the person he truly was, and I was proven so horrible.
What did he show online about his dating life?
So when I started speaking about this publicly, his only response has been to say that I'm insane.
You
he wants to take
are.
away my credibility before more people find out about this. All I have to say to that is there are some very strong women that I am aligned with and share experiences with, and we're not going to stand for some dude getting away with icky behavior.
Icky.
You can't sit there.
You see, the worst you could think of is icky.
And pretend.
Because that's about that was the most appropriate framing of this whole thing you've gotten. It's icky.
That you care about women and respecting them, and then you berate people for disrespecting women, and then you're doing the same thing behind the scenes.
I mean, I think there's a big scale between like advocating for women to have autonomy over their body and like telling girls that you're only talking to them, and you're telling them you're only talking to them, but you're also telling them you don't want a relationship with them, and you really talking to other people. Like I don't think they contradict one another. He's not advocating that. He's never even said like, oh God.
The fact that you think that you don't have to be held accountable is actually really sickening, and it's disheartening, to be honest. I'm so glad that I found this out before I ever met up with him, because that was
she never met with this nigga and you're so invested. Like, I get it. Like, you can talk to, especially because you know he's an online person. 9 months isn't a short time, but it's not a long time either. Like, but you never got up with him in person, bro. I've never been that attached to somebody I never got up with in person.
I would have just made everything a million times worse, but that's the story. Sorry this video got really long, but yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions or show some receipts I've got.
Holy shit. Oh, that's what we was at. The receipts of Harry. Look how fucking corny this shit gets. Like, come the fuck on. Ah, shit. Where we at? Where we go? Okay. I think that's a great, whatever. They goddamn. Yeah, well, if this his game, bro, it's like, goddamn, this shit weird. Well, I certainly desire you. I never lied to you. We were not exclusive, and I made it abundantly clear I didn't want that, and you said that was fine. I haven't done anything that wasn't allowed within the parameters we set. What and why are you screenshotting? See? He literally, he advocates for her to have autonomy over her body. Therefore, he advocates for her to send him the news, her body, her choice. Facts. And he's even, this is him explaining, I didn't do anything out of the parameters of what we could do. We weren't exclusive. I said I wanted serious. I got with somebody serious, and I broke it off with you. Grow the fuck up. Like, it's truly not that deep. Another victim of Harry.
He did inform me that there was no roster, essentially implying I was the only person he was talking to, the only person he was receiving photos from. And I was, again, fine with that. But of course, if you're going to tell me that there's no roster and I'm the only person you're talking to, he did inform me that there was... Oh, this part. All these people are nobody except for Harry Brickashaw. I mean, if you don't keep up with like the online debate sphere, you might not know Harry, but he's like a debater, a young Gen Z debater for the left.
Sarah is a DV survivor. She had posted about her DV experience in August of 2024 for DV Awareness Month. Receipts are of her and her ex. Following this experience is when she was convinced by Harry to share explicit photos of herself and was told that she was the only one. Like, this type of shit is what needs to be scrutinized. This part right here is the issue with all of this. The girl is a survivor of DV. Whatever you want to call it. They're trying to use what her ex did to her to frame Harry as some type of deviant predator that basically used her and her experience to get nudes. Like, what on earth? None of this has to do with Harry. None of this. Sarah, he pushed you and dragged you. That's not okay. Yeah, this morning he said blah, blah, blah. This isn't Harry. None of this has to do with Harry. This girl ex put his hands on her, and Harry talked to her after that and got nudes, I guess, and now Harry's the evil guy. This is what people need to focus on, and this is the fucking problem with the left. They're perpetual fucking victims. Like, fuck, I wish I didn't sound like this. This is crazy. Like, yeah, like, they'll make you turn red pill with this type of shit. Like, y'all need to stop. And I to be fair, I partially blame people like Harry and Dean and Parker and them and shit, because they act like everybody got to be perfect. I hate, like, when I watch some of their debates, they'll be debating people and then they'll, like, turn this whole, like, they'll be, like, super virtue signally where, like, some men will be like, well, yeah, I think generally guys do like younger women. They'll be like, what? You're like 35. What? How could you like younger women? He's like, I mean, a girl that's like 27, you know, like, well, wait, so what about 19? You think a 19-year-old? And it's like, bro, calm the fuck down. Like, they do shit like that. And now you get into this fear of a girl was harmed by her ex, and the next guy that she talked to did her wrong, so he's evil too. Like, these people, no, I refuse to align with people that do shit like this. Stop. It's not worth it. Harry advocates good policies. He's a decent debater. Let the nigga flourish. He did some fuckboy shit. He's 23 years old. Probably is gonna change over time. Stop. I refuse for anybody to hold me to the standard that I was at 23. I was completely different at 23. So I just can't rock with any of this. You definitely have a lot to offer, no doubt. I think right now I can't do exclusivity. He's constantly telling girls he don't want to be with them exclusively. Not because I'm getting news from a bunch of girls or fucking girls and stuff. Well, that's a lie. You might be getting, well, it seems like you're getting news from a bunch of girls. I don't know. Maybe you get a news from one, but some of the other ones are just cute pictures. I don't hook up with anyone ever. There's no claims of him fucking these girls too. Nobody said he's fucking them. But because I just don't think I'd be able to commit 100% to something. Also, since we live in different states, exclusivity would be hard. So I'm not balancing a bunch of girls at once. My energy is other places. So he's just lying about talking to other girls because he just wants to keep them available. He just wants to have the opportunity to talk to these girls for whatever reason, which ain't cool, but it's not the end of the world. He told you he don't want to be it's not that there's competition. I'm not getting news, a bunch of girls or nothing, or hooking up with a bunch of girls. Bro, 23, bro. He's not like some 32-year-old man doing this shit. Yeah, their life is the internet. This is crazy. Harry's video of his thirst trap. First of all, did thirst trap change? Did the term thirst trap change? I thought thirst trap was you know, promiscuous, sexually enticing pictures where you're not exposing something, but you're almost exposing something to get people to thirst over you. Now it's just him fake revealing a girl he's with. So the nigga happy he got him a girl. Leave him the fuck alone. Yo, I fucking hate Gen Z, bro. He said, ew. I hate Gen Z, bro. I hate them. I hate y'all. Like, this is, he said, this is the guy. Yes. 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 Oh my God. Fam, Gen Z needs a fucking intervention. First of all, y'all not finna change what thirst trap mean. This don't even make sense. This is just a tease. This is just what I don't even know what they call it. He looks like he collects Star Wars figures. Bro, like, it's insane. This is ridiculous. This is, look, trying like, I collect Star Wars figures. Oh my God. As a survivor of DV and a parent of a child who survived SA, both of us were doxxed by Harry 2 years ago. Oh, come on. I'm not watching another 5-minute story. You guys need to grow the fuck up. This is the problem. The left needs to stop this shit, because this is the type of shit that runs people out from the left. This is the type of shit where people make fun of the left. All of this fake ass virtue signaling and being a perpetual victim, and anybody that makes mistakes, you want to out them and end their career. Like, no, I forgot. There's something else we have to look at. We have to look at Parker and Dean's response to this, because they're like the Avengers together. Where is it? Did he delete it? No. Wait, oh no, it's in my bookmarks. That's why. This is the thread. Okay. So this is one of Dean's responses.
Guys, make sure to... Anyways, for the first 866 of you guys, make sure to double tap on that phone screen and share that live and spam that comment section. Listen, I don't even know where to start. You know, I before coming on live, kind of like all day, I've kind of been like sitting back thinking about what I want to say in response to Harry and Chris, because I'm sure that you guys have all heard about that.
I don't know what Chris did in all this, but I guess maybe he supported Harry or engaged in the same behavior. I don't know.
The #1 story on Twitter for the last 30 hours straight. A couple news sources even picked it up. And I've been so mentally distressed for like the last day or two. And
mentally
like even
distressed?
just the term mentally distressed, I don't even think correctly represents, you know, the journey to hell and back, just, you know, fighting through so many different dynamics, etc. And I think what I want to leave you guys with is I'm not friends with Chris and Harry. And that's it. You know, there's so many thoughts that I have in my head. So many thoughts. So many thoughts. And I don't think right now I'm even in a place where I can adequately give you guys those thoughts in a way that makes sense. So I think for right now, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not friends with Chris and Harry.
Oh,
and I think it's time.
God. Like, why are we at the point that you're ending friendships because people make mistakes? What the fuck is this? Like, you're literally cutting off a strong ally in what you're trying to do, somebody that you probably kicked it with for real, simply because he was single and telling girls that he wasn't talking to other girls, but he was never exclusive with any of them. Like, bro, I would have no friends if I would stop being friends, because my guys, when we was 23, may have done a girl wrong. What in the fucking world is this? Like, can you imagine if he got on here and said, I know Harry messed up, but he's my friend. I know he's a good person, even though these mistakes he made aren't something that I would condone, and I'm going to talk to him, and hopefully moving forward, he'll learn from his mistakes and not do shit like that. You control, like, that's why I said Dean and Parker have been the worst ones from all of this for me, because since I watched them, I noticed, I'm like, y'all trying to be perfect, and this shit is just not gonna go in your favor. And now their fucking audience and fans is gonna control them, because now they have to be perfect. They can never mess up. And these niggas is only in their early 20s. They have way too much time ahead of them to be pretending like they're perfect. Cause once y'all fuck up, you're gonna ruin your own career because everybody's gonna think y'all are perfect. And I hate to bring it up, but this is why I don't have an issue with people like Destiny, because he's never tried to act like he was somebody that was perfect. So I didn't have these expectations for him to never fuck up. And if you do fuck up, it's not something that I see out of the realm of possibility of fuck ups. Now, Parker and Dean can never do anything wrong to women. They can't ever be wrong about any information they put out, because the way they act when some people just mistake things, they're gonna they're setting this standard that's impossible to meet, and it's gonna bite them in the ass. Like, it's gonna bite them in the ass.
Goes on, and I'm able to,
like, my guys have fucked up on good girls. They done did wrong by some girls that I was like, shit, I don't blame you because of the situation you're in. Like, maybe she did something. It's like, I'm not even mad at you for that. I done seen dudes fuck up on girls they shouldn't have did wrong, and I told them, we don't sit there and congratulate each other, but you don't cut them off as friends.
gather my thoughts and present them to you guys in a way in which makes sense. We could do that. But honestly,
this nigga finally growing a mustache and he's acting more like a bitch. It's like, bro, I see your mustache growing. Like, you're growing up in front of my eyes, but yet you're going backwards. This shit is not something you end friendships over. And because the internet sees it and it's blown up and you're affiliated with them, you feel like, I can't let my audience not know that I'm not perfect or the people around me aren't perfect, so I gotta disown him. Bro, grow the fuck up.
Right now, I'm tired. I'm defeated.
Dead ass. Why do you see? Can I zoom in? Fuck.
And
like, his mustache is literally growing.
So
he has no
in
facial hair, and I see his mustache.
But for the 2.2 thousand people in here,
right
I appreciate you guys for being in here.
I'm a fucking boomer. I don't even know how to
Make sure
zoom.
that you are double tapping away on that phone
zoom.
screen for me. Sharing out that live. We are going to hop into the debates, but before we do, there's actually one other thing that I did want to say here. So before coming on here, I did talk to the women, and I basically asked them if there's anything that they wanted me to kind of reiterate to you guys, because I'm sure that this message won't just reach the 2.5 thousand people that have just tuned into the live. I'm sure that it will be screen recorded. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be in a lot of different places. Please don't harass these women.
You can see the percentage going up, but it's not working with
at all. They've been sent their own address.
It's not doing it with the what's it called?
They've like
shut the fuck up, Nicole.
It is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, you can see the mustache hair. Dean is growing up right before our eyes, and he's acting like this. Yeah, Dean. Dean was on. He did like the whole macho man thing, selling courses. Yes, and it's like, to be fair though, it was before he got onto this wave, so they look at that change as I guess a permanent one. But the difference is Harry was in the midst of his political arc, and now all of a sudden he's like kind of lying to women, and now it's like, oh, you're contradicting who you are, so now we can't be friends. It's like, bro, he's never portrayed himself to be perfect, because that's all I'm getting from this. Like, this is some normal male shit. Is it okay? No, but it ain't like disown him. Like, you
absolutely.
And what's fucked up is people on the right are more accepting of what Harry did than the left, and that's the problem. Y'all want to pretend to be perfect, and all it's gonna do is bite us in the ass at the end of the day. It makes the right look more appealing to people that don't really delve deep into this shit. It makes them look more appealing because normal people understand that people make mistakes. Normal people know that young men kind of do fucked up shit to girls, and I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not saying that you should, but some things is understandable at a certain age. It's understandable, and you grow and learn from it. You learn from that shit. You don't consciously be like, fuck women, I want to disrespect them, all that shit. It's just some shit that you go through as a man that a lot of people understand.
Just gross in so many ways.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, you changed because of shit you learned. People try to hang the fact that he used to say the N-word over his head, and he's like, I grew from it and I learned from it, and now you're cutting off people from making mistakes.
And that is what they wanted me to tell you.
Somewhat respectable.
Don't harass these women. Don't send them their own addresses. And if you claim to be like a fan of mine and you're doing that shit, just know that you're not a fan of mine.
Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Like, this standard is impossible for anybody to live up to. He said, if you're a fan of mine and I guess you're single, this is what he did. He was single. He was talking to multiple women. He told the women he wasn't only talking to them. That is the worst of his behavior. And now, if you do that, you're not a fan. You can't, like, this standard is gonna bite them in the ass. I swear to God, you're gonna, like, this is how the Disney cast used to be, and then look how a lot of them grew up. On Disney, you couldn't do shit wrong. So I don't have a video of Parker, but I came across what he said. Okay, we can zoom this, Brickashaw. I know how to zoom this. Boomer who? So Parker. In a Discord, I don't know if it's his or somebody else's. Hey everyone, I just wanted to say I am so sorry for the way I have responded publicly so far. Privately, I have been an emotional train wreck, and that's why I haven't been able to go live or make any videos. Hearing someone I used to consider my friend do things such as what Harry did has taken a deep toll on my mental health and my ability to trust people close to me. I am not friends with Harry or Chris anymore publicly or privately since I have learned what they did. I hope y'all know I am not a different person in terms of who I associate with online versus privately. I feel the best way I could represent what happened is to tell people to listen to what the women involved have said. From talking with some people involved, it has informed me of things I very clearly would never associate with. Again, everyone, I just want to say I'm sorry it took me so long to say my thoughts publicly. The last part I don't give a fuck about. Now, what the fuck does this mean? It means now, yes, this is Parker get a job. Yes, Brickashaw. Now it's just Parker and Dean. They are the best debaters from that circle, in my opinion. But they're also the fucking softest. They do the most lame shit out of all four of them. Harry and Chris, you know what's so fucked up about this? I don't know about y'all that watched any of these guys, if you watched all four of them. When Chris and Harry debate, this is finna be red pill as fuck. I just want y'all to know what I'm finna say is sound red pill as fuck. I like Harry and Chris's energy when they debate more than Parker and Dean. Even though Parker and Dean are probably more informed and better at debating. Harry and Chris was more relatable. They're more aggressive, and they felt more masculine when they argue. They don't tolerate as much goofy shit when they debate people as Parker and Dean. Parker and Dean, they get all bitchy and shit sometimes, and it'd be like, this shit is not appealing, bro. It's just not. It like they're usually factual most of the time. They're not always factual. Sometimes they get shit fucked up. Sometimes they fuck up and try to save face. And sometimes it's just like I said, if you don't really have any strong political leanings, they're unappealing. Harry and Chris actually were more appealing to listen to because of their approach and their aggressiveness, and they have a better air of masculinity in how they present it. More than Parker and Dean, even though with all of them is kind of, you know. And they are who they are. I don't give a fuck how masculine you are, but I'm speaking for people that may not have strong political leanings either way or just come across their content. And now they're fracturing their alliance that they have, which, to be honest, was pretty good for the most part. And now they're just throwing it away because Harry's a fuck boy. Go fucking figure. This is sad. And they wonder why the left is losing. Because y'all do shit like this. You're trying to excommunicado the few alliances you have. It don't make any fucking sense.